the indemnity for the referee is very poor, extremely poor. Because I recall when I was officiating, I spent more of my money to travel to match venues. I have been offered money, not cash, promises that you're coming to my home. If I win this game, I'll give you $1 million. For every goal I score, I'll give you $1 million. Right now in Nigeria, we don't have professional referees.
Okay.
We're all amateur. Referee is supposed to be a hobby for us. We're mandated by the NRA statutes that we must have our means of livelihood.
Welcome to the Playzone podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Playzone podcast. My name is Charles Anazodo. Today we have a guest who's going to be talking to us about the situation involving referees in Nigeria. I'm sure you are aware that the Africa Cup of Nations has not had a Nigerian referee for a very long time. The FIFA World Cup will not also have a Nigerian referee officiating or even in the VAR room. That has been a problem for a very, very long time. And today on the Playzone podcast, we'll try and find the answers to those problems and maybe even suggest a remedy as well. Yeah? I do have my co-anchor with me, Tunde Koiki, back on the block. Tunde, how are you today?
I thought you were never going to get to me. So. I actually thought you were not going to call my name.
I actually thought about it.
But, you know fit. By the way, congratulations.
To who?
To you now. 800 episodes of Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
But I must also say right here, right now, that you did not do all 800 episodes. Let me remind you. You remember in, was it 2019? Africa Cup of Nations? You went to Cameroon. Guess who stepped in for you?
Yeah, but I reported.
Wait now. Guess who stepped in for you to anchor the show?
I don't know who that was.
My humble self.
Are you sure?
Babatunde Koiki.
Do you have proof?
Make I begin show you.
Do you have proof?
I kept it. I enjoyed it like mad. No, so I had to keep that because I knew this day would come. I say, hey, do you have proof? I have proof. Me, Sheikh Bede, and what's his name? Victor Ekpeba. How you manage to keep those guys in check is an absolute miracle. He got to a point and said, gentlemen, wait, let's go on a break before they listen to me. But congratulations, Charles.
Thanks, man.
800 episodes of
It's unbelievable. You know, when you count, I'm thinking the show began in 2008.
Yeah.
As Tuesday Night Football. And
who called Mopuna to Monday?
Metamorphosed into Monday Night Football. You know, but that's a different story. Let's not talk about.
But the good thing about it is that you see the level work, because when I was at Complete Sports, I did over 1,000 episodes of Sports Planet. So you still have a long way to go.
Who knows Sports Planet?
Who
knows Sports Planet?
Nationally syndicated show.
You can't compare any show to Monday Night Football.
You see the network. You still have
You cannot compare any show to Monday Night Football.
Well, we have a really wonderful guest in the studio today. Like Charles said, it's very important that we unpack the refereeing situation in Nigeria and by extent Africa, and why Nigeria, we always seem to have really good players. We also had the football coaches who actually coached in other countries as well, but ever since the certain cadre of Nigerian referees went, the likes of Kalistos Chikujeku, remember him?
Yeah.
Ever since they left the scene, it's been a big problem to get Nigerian referees into the international scene. So without further ado, it is with great honor and pleasure that I'd like to welcome engineer Adams Salaudeen, who is the chairman of the Lagos State Referees Association. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
What is interesting to note as well, because you said congratulations, yeah? Referee Adams is an Arsenal fan.
The best team in the whole world.
He's an Arsenal fan. You know, before we came live into the studio, he'd been telling me so many stories about how it's finally been done after 20 odd years. You know, how they're going to rule the world for the next 20 years, you know, and as well, their ambition to win the UEFA Champions League.
This is so sad.
By the time this episode comes out, that would have either been true or not. You know, so here's my wish, and I told you that before. My desperate wish is that PSG not just win the Champions League,
defend it straight,
but show you what
The head.
football is all about. Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe like a 5-0 win over Arsenal. Yeah? That would delight me.
Those are
But
your wishes.
before we get to, congratulations.
But that's
Congrats.
if they play
No,
football.
those are your wishes,
Arsenal
but
don't
God
play
will not accept the wish.
Arsenal doesn't play football. Arsenal play rugby, right? So if they play rugby, Arsenal will win. If they play football, PSG will win. That's the way I
As
see
long
it.
as there's a chance to win, that's what we're going to do.
Alade.
But congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
I really honestly think, believe that Arsenal undoubtedly the best team in the Premier League
After being held by the
this season.
PGMOL with their rough house tactics,
Everybody had
rugby
a turn.
football in the box.
Everybody had a turn in terms of refereeing decisions.
What team does he support?
I'm
He's a Liverpool fan.
Oh my God. Did you know what Liverpool did to Arsenal in the past few years?
Yeah.
Games that you won
True.
using
Yes.
referees?
Oh,
come on.
Fear God, sir.
Let me not bring my history out.
Fear God, sir.
Let's not digress. Let's not digress.
Okay.
But in your opinion, honestly, what do you think was the deciding factor or factors that aided Arsenal in winning the Premier League title?
Oh, the first thing is that they became very pragmatic. They shared the beautiful football game. They started playing to win.
Is that playing rugby?
No, they play to win. Get a goal, block your defense, and ensure nobody scores you. If you don't concede a goal, you don't lose a game. That's what we did.
And to be
That's what Arsenal
honest,
did.
we've always said on every show that we go to, whether TV or radio, that attack wins games, defenses win championships.
Exactly.
And Arsenal have had the best defense, even though the fact that they've not considered a single red card or been awarded a penalty against this season. So that's also up for debate. But hey. But
No, they became more disciplined. Remember last year, a foul was called against Rice. Instead of him to leave the ball and leave, and he kicked the ball away. That's still discipline. And he got the card.
Yeah.
And he was sent off.
Yeah.
This year, they've been schooled. All these little things, don't do it. And they didn't do it. Once you obey the referees on the field of play, the referee will not just give you card for giving sake. No, he
so
won't.
how much power does a referee have on the field of play? Because we've seen some really rough. You do remember this? I think was it at the African Cup of Nations, where after the final whistle, the referee removed a card, a red card. Was it a yellow card, and held it in front of him as a deterrent, which was actually quite wrong. But you see referees who seem to want to affect the game. They seem to be more involved in the game. They want to be like more central in the
Why
field.
why was it wrong? Holding the
No,
card.
actually, it goes against the rules.
What rules?
No.
What rules?
Okay.
I remember when we were growing up, before I became a referee, I was a football player. There was one man in Jos, we used to call him Uganda. He was a very good referee, big and big. When we go to play, we say, everybody, yellow card to everybody.
Eh?
Yes.
Before the game starts?
Before the game starts, because he doesn't want any rough play. And you see the game will go well, but that was not in the loss of the game. It's just to create an environment where people will be able to play and express themselves. Now, the referee, as you asked, what power do they have? The loss of the game empowers the referee to be in charge of the game as soon as he steps onto the field of play. He's in charge of everything before, during, and after the game. He has the responsibility to report the incidences that will occur in this game. So he has enormous powers. And we need to be able to cut some referees some slack. Reason, you are processing a decision in seconds, and you must be correct. Hence the VAR. Because previously, nobody checks a referee. Look at the goal against Arsenal, West Ham. It was a clear foul. The referee had given the goal because he didn't see it. Two people were committing foul on the goalkeeper. He didn't see it. He has no way of seeing it.
But in that same sequence of action, there were other fouls being committed at the same time by Arsenal
there are
players.
explanations to the loss of the game. Every law that you see in the loss of the game, we have an explanation to it. And therefore, you have to pay. Those are the things that the referee has to process. What is the impact of Rice's foul on the other guy on the game?
Okay.
But the impact of number 19 and the other guy who
On the
pulled
goalkeeper, on
the
Raya.
goalkeeper affected the game immediately.
Okay.
Those are the considerations.
Are you talking as an Arsenal fan? Or
I'm talking as a referee now.
Because I don't see that as a foul.
Which one?
The foul on Raya.
David Raya.
And
The laws of the game says any offense on the goalkeeper in the goal area is a foul.
yeah, but it wasn't an offense on the goalkeeper.
Okay, let's define it.
Both players were jumping. Look,
No,
are we saying
three players?
no? But the incident showed the player supposedly with an arm in front of Raya.
There's
Yes.
also another one
Yeah.
that was also
And there's
proven.
another one holding his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal was not
Preventing-
disallowed
No.
for the pull of a shirt. It
No.
was disallowed for the arm.
Because the arm prevented the goalkeeper in the goal area from doing his primary role, getting to the ball.
So a player in the 18-yard area is not allowed to go for the ball.
No, you have changed the narration.
God bless you.
18-yard area is different from the goal area. The small box,
That's the
6-yard
6 yard. That's the goal area.
So you can't challenge a goalkeeper in the
You're
6-yard.
not supposed to challenge the goalkeeper on too harsh in that goal area,
I don't know.
preventing him from doing his job of using his hand to catch
But
the
I
ball.
must remind you as well, Referee Adams, that when Raya went for the ball,
Yes.
Raya had both hands on the ball,
And
but
that's what pulled him back.
He spilled the ball.
Because
he
he
had
was
both
pulled
hands.
back.
Look, I,
Incidentally, I was a goalkeeper. So I know the process. He was going for the ball and he got to the ball. Somebody pulled him back so he couldn't grab the ball. And then an arm across his two arms prevented him from fully extending his hand to get to the ball.
If we were to go by this, what your narration is, if we go through the entire season, there are multiple Arsenal goals that should never have been given because of this alone. Multiple.
Incidentally, I watched because somebody put it together.
Yeah, you saw that as
Yeah,
well.
I did.
Yeah.
And they saw that all the things,
Oh,
No. There are ways footballers can take advantage of the loss of the game by being on the edge of fouling. That's what Joker did for Arsenal. He studied the loss of the game and be on the edge of committing a foul. If you're standing, look at the goal that Martinez conceded against Arsenal. He was going for the ball. Gabriel jumped in front of him. He was the goalkeeper that actually harassed the defender. He dropped the ball into the net. He didn't touch him, but it's a foul.
was that not an impediment?
It is not, because I jumped to contest for the ball and you came from behind to try to get me.
So basically, all these decisions that you're mentioning, it always seems to be subjective on the part of the referee, that the referee has to be, it's not as if it's cut and dry that the rules are clear. It depends on how the referee interprets these rules. Is that what you're saying?
What we're trying to say is that we have defined areas of the field of play that will aid the referees to be able to take good decisions. We have areas we call the gate. You need to be at the right gate to be able to see what is happening. If you're not in the right gate, you cannot make the right call.
okay, in simple terms, yeah, are we saying that in the 6-yard area,
Yes.
once a player goes for the ball with the goalkeeper, it will always be against the attacking player?
Most of the time.
Wow.
Interesting.
Most of the time. In fact, during our days when I was still officiating, the loss of the game was not this soft in terms of allowing grappling in the penalty area. The moment you touch a keeper, in fact, if you jump at the keeper and you touch him, foul.
If we're talking about this one, plenty of Arsenal goals would have been disallowed.
No,
this
that is this year.
That-
The
yeah.
loss of the game have been changed to allow some small contesting. In the past, look at 2006 Champions League finals. Campbell was going to kick the ball. A striker put his leg. A penalty was awarded. And Arsenal lost the Champions League. But these days, if you want to kick the ball and somebody initiates the attack, the foul is against you. But in the past, they would blow against the defender who kicked your leg from behind.
The laws keep
Yes.
evolving.
Every year, the loss of the game is changed. IFAB keep giving us more explanation to allow the game to become more interesting.
Okay, so let's talk about let's domesticate this in Nigeria now.
Good.
We look at the Nigeria football terrain, and every year we find some really, for lack of a better word, interesting decisions in Nigerian football. Where do we start from? Is it the phantom penalties, the phantom red cards? And you begin to ask yourself, just how good are Nigerian referees? Because are they even fit for purpose? Are they well schooled in the laws of the game that keep evolving, just like you mentioned? just how, or should we just wipe out the entire cadre of Nigerian referees and bring in a fresh set? Because the current pool that we currently have, they seem not to be fit for purpose.
That's an interesting question, and I like it very much because you give me a chance to be able to put words to certain things that may be obscure from your point of view. And what I will say is this. The Nigerian referees are trained in such a way that every year we go for seminar in Abuja, wherein we have our coach, Chukwujeku, is the national coach. He and his other instructors who are FIFA and CAF trained will walk us through the laws of the game, walk us through the amendment of the laws of the game, walk us through the explanation to the laws of the game. We're thoroughly schooled, wherein we write examination to see that we actually grasp what we have been taught. Now, from this examination that we have written, the best of the referees will be chosen. That's for we assessors to do the game for that current year. For the referees, apart from these teachings and seminars, they do what we call fitness tests.
Cooper test.
Yes. We don't call it Cooper test anymore because Cooper test was just 8 slaps or something, but this one is much more rigorous. Now we pick, this is to bring the age of the referees down. There are some older referees that can run, I still run marathon. But younger referees, we pass our fitness test more because the footballers are getting younger, faster. We need to have referees that be able to keep up with them, interpret and process the law fast. So that's the essence of this training. Now, we get the referees, every state present their grade 1, and then they do the fitness test, do the seminar, and the referees are selected for the season. And say, okay, the Premier League referees will be these people this year. We try as much as possible to pick the best of that particular set. But occasionally, errors can be made. You pick a referee that you have so much confidence in and say, okay, go in and do this game. The referee, for whatever reason, will go and not do well. Therein lies the fact that we now introduce assessors. Assessors are not supposed to go to the game to see what the referee has done wrong. Has done wrong. You're supposed to see what the referee has done well. When you tell a referee that in your game, you did this, well, I appreciate it. But in this minute, what happened here? And you're supposed to know, I don't think that is correct because the assessor is an experienced referee. So these acts are supposed to...
So the referee assessors at every single game?
Every single game. And they are ex-referees like myself.
From MPFL to NLO? Only for MPFL?
No. I am telling you now by MPFL.
Okay.
We have also NLL assessors. We send them there. Everybody has his own cadre. But I'm telling you now, strictly speaking to MPFL. Now, these referee assessors ensure that every game is analyzed before the game, preparation of the game, and after the game, you review the game. This is supposed to improve the referee's performance. And to a large extent, we have gotten a lot of improvements. This year, we have gotten a lot of away wins. It was not like in the past that once you go away, you know you're going to lose.
True.
But now you have a chance to win away. Referees know. There's a game that happened, is it a week or 2 ago? I think Rangers and
Insurance. God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
I was going to
the
mention
referee
that game.
was, the 2 players were challenging for the ball. They ran into the penalty area and the attacking player just fell down. And the referee put penalty. Before he got home, they suspended him indefinitely.
Yes, we saw that.
Before the referee got home, that is the kind of deterrent we're putting in place. We have seen you to be good, and you have gone to do bad thing, we remove you.
So, but it still calls into question how these referees, I get the point how they are chosen, but it still raises question if they are open to, manipulation, right? Because all of these referees that you have in your grade 1 referees, are they professional referees? Are they strictly referees? Or some of them also have other jobs that they do? Maybe they are teachers, they are lecturers, or engineers.
Right now in Nigeria, we don't have professional referees.
Okay.
We are all amateur. Referee is supposed to be a hobby for us. We are mandated by the NRA statutes that we must have our means of livelihood.
Okay.
Referee is not a job.
It's a side gig.
In fact, it's not a gig. It's something that we enjoy doing. So if you are a referee, you have to have a job.
You must have a job.
You should have a job. Must. In fact, let me use the word must have a job. We don't want any charlatan to just be say, I'm a referee. For what? The referee will not feed you. You need to have something to do to ensure that you take care of your family.
So how does the NRA ensure that these referees are still not open to manipulation from external forces? Maybe like either of the teams of the matches that they'll be superintending over. Because we've heard stories of where the home team will give the referee money, the away team will give the referee money just to make the game 50-50. We've heard that before.
These stories, I cannot confirm or deny that it doesn't happen. Because in every sector, we have bad eggs. So it's possible that home team or away team may like to influence the referee's decision. But every seminar we go to in Abuja, we always bring in experts to speak to referees. Be careful about integrity clauses. You are not supposed to be influenced by anybody. That's why you need to have a job. I recall when I was officiating, if I have a meeting on Monday morning, I have game on Saturday, I need to fly to wherever to go do the game and come back. There was a day my MD saw me on TV. Adams, where are you? I said, I'm in the office. See? Because his office is different. I was at Lupeju, was in VI. He said, I haven't seen you on TV. I said, no, it's an old game. I recall those times when I land in the airport, I would take Okada from airport all the way to VI. I took those kind of risks because it's what I enjoy doing. I use my money. Now, if a referee does not have anything he's doing and had to go to a game that way, the chance of being influenced is there. So we ensure we have the head of CAF Integrity Unity in Nigeria. Dr. somebody, I can't remember his name now. He comes to give lectures about integrity and tells us deterrent. If you do this is what will happen to you.
Do you also bring in experts from places like, let's say, the ICPC and the Nigerian police? Because these are corrupt practices.
It is. This man from NFF, Dr. Oh my God. His name is there, but I can't recall his name.
When you say doctor, it's Omera that I'm thinking.
That's him now.
But he's in charge of...
He's in charge of security.
That's him now.
Oh, yeah?
CAF security.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the guy I'm talking about, Dr. Omera. Yeah. He's in charge of security and integrity. Unit of CAF.
Okay.
And therefore, he comes around and tells us what CAF does not want. And referees are spoken to about this kind of attitude. Don't do it because it can land you in trouble.
One of the ways in which you can prevent or stop somebody from being induced is by ensuring that the person gets paid adequately. Nigerian referees and the monies they pay them for matches they officiate is really very poor. And I need you to confirm that.
So how much do they pay them?
What I hear is that for a game if you have a referee from Lagos who needs to referee a game in Port Harcourt, for instance, gets maybe like 200,000 naira, 250, and that includes transport, accommodation,
out of the 200,
feeding, So if that's the case, either deny or confirm.
Okay, I will go about it this way because we say the truth, we die. We don't say the truth, we die. Is it not so? The indemnity for the referee is very poor, extremely poor. Because I recall when I was officiating, I spent more of my money to travel to match venues. Luckily, that time, flight was cheap. 20K, 30K.
The banditry and all these kidnappings.
Yeah, so you could go by road if you want. But now, you go to Warri to do a game or go to Casino, they pay you 250, 200,000 naira. That does not include accommodation. Accommodation has been paid for. You don't go into a hotel and you stay. And maybe you get a couple of meals for staying there. But the indemnity includes transportation and your cost of logistics to venue. But the money you mentioned is actually in tune with what they pay referees these days.
Wow.
So we expect a referee to, in order to save money, go by road from Lagos to Port Harcourt because the money
because the 250 cannot buy a flight ticket.
You can't buy a flight ticket.
Say Katsina.
I'm just saying.
Say Beduguri.
You can't buy a
So
flight ticket.
we can do better in terms of indemnity to referees. we can do better. But that is not NRA's purview. It is for the MPFL to be able to get sponsorship that will pay referees on time and pay them good money to be able to get flights or get sponsorship. Right now, I'm the head of operation for the Nigerian Referee Association. We're looking for sponsors to get money to support what the MPFL is doing, to train referees, to get people's logo on our shirts. So I'm working with a team of people.
Is that allowed?
It is.
Referees carry sponsorship?
We can get it. That's what I'm working on now. But Nigerian referees, when we go out now, we just use our playing shirts. Empty space for adverts. And most of our TVs, most of our games are being streamed online. That's a lot. That's huge market. So I'm working on that to see that we get sponsors for Nigerian referees on our own side.
How easy has that been working on getting a sponsor? Because I'm also working on getting a sponsor for Playzone podcast. It hasn't worked out.
Mr. Charles.
Corporate Nigeria just seems to think that sports is not ideal for whatever money is going to be putting into. I don't know what it is. Is it difficult for you?
It is extremely difficult for me. I have even spoken to a couple of consultants who I have said that, okay, come help me. We'll find a way to take care of you when we get this money. But they said, no, the image of the game must be laundered. Because you say corporate Nigeria said, yes, I agree. But you go to Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, there are a lot of corporate people sponsoring sports.
And they come asking. You don't have to run in search of them.
You know, interesting how interesting it is. A Nigerian bank, a top 3 Nigerian bank, actually sponsors a club in Zambia.
There's something you said that's appalling, to be honest.
A top 3 Nigerian club.
There's something you said now.
Can I mention the name of the bank?
No. There's something you said now, which I think is really hitting the nail on the head. Laundering the image of Nigerian sports. What exactly is wrong, and how do we make it right?
Koiki started his program. I said, Nigerian referees are this. All negative. But he acknowledged that this year we've had a lot of away win.
Absolutely.
But he didn't start with that. It started with the negative. We need to find a way to remove or to reduce the narrative from the negativity that we put on social space.
Social media, yeah.
When we do that, the image of the game started being laundered. Oh, today, Katsina United went to, that's a non-league team that defeated a Premier League team for FA Cup.
The FA Cup. It was Katsina United. They lost to Sapele Lions.
The under-19 boys.
Yeah,
so you see,
Lions also.
That's what we need to amplify. When we amplify such things, people say, oh, it's true. Corporate people will start thinking about putting money in there. How would I put my money in something I'll get negativity? We need more positivity when we are broadcasting.
Let me take your mind back to a Nigerian refereeing legend. I mentioned Kalisa Chikujeku earlier on. Let me also mention another man that he's late now. Colonel Dogo Yoro Jabiso.
Oh, blessed memory. Wonderful man.
He was an army officer. And he was a colonel. And he had this he had a very interesting modus operandi. Anytime he showed up to ref a game, soldiers, some of his his subordinates will be there. So you can be rest assured that.
Yeah, but that was personal might.
No, hold on. So you can be rest assured that the game will go according to plan. There will be crowd festivity. The two teams will behave themselves. In fact, there was a match in the north where before the fans even entered, there was a room full of weapons that they had confiscated.
Yeah, but I don't appreciate that.
Just hold on. Hold on. Is it something we should look at? Maybe we should start getting our referees from the military, from the Nigerian police, because I don't think any civilian would dare harm a referee who knows he has military background, based on the fact that, of course, you do know that they have the incidences of referees being assaulted are still rife all across Nigeria. Is this something the NRA should probably look into? Maybe getting our core referees from the military formations in order to prevent this?
No. That's not it. There are so many competent referees that are not... I'm not in the military. Kaliso Sekujeku was not in the military. So many referees. Engineer Emiri, fantastic referee, was not in the military. Saulawa, before he passed on, was not in the military. Reason, they are good referees. Madam Bola Abidoye,
yeah.
wonderful. I grew up in Jos. We have Plateau United. We have Mighty Jet of Jos. I am a core supporter of Mighty Jet. And Mighty Jet is a team that, if you come to do our game and you do wrong, we will beat you up. That's Mighty Jet for you. We're so, we're seen so as being so volatile.
But Ref, that's not right now.
It is not. But Bola Abidoye, a female referee, when she comes to officiate Mighty Jet's game, even we, the supporters of Mighty Jet, are afraid. Because she'll start good. And we know she will not cheat us. So when we launder the image of the game, image of referees, and say that these referees are very good, they will come and do beautiful game for you. Supporters are not animals. They appreciate good officiating. They will clap for you when you finish the game.
In Nigeria here?
In Nigeria, it has happened to me.
Wait, home supporters
we said,
clapped for you?
Yes.
After the game was done?
I officiated Mighty Jet's game.
Did the team lose? Did the
They
whole
lost.
team lose?
Mighty Jet lost. Mighty Jet played FA Cup semi-final, which is the most critical game, with Jude of Jos.
Shaggy.
And our guy, they say, Adam's going to do the game. I said, but you can't give me this game. You know I'm Jet supporter.
Jet supporter, yeah.
I said, you're a referee first.
As much as they applauded you.
Isn't that against ethics, integrity?
Whether it's integrity,
you are well known to be a Mighty Jet supporter.
It gave me a platform to build my reputation. People have tried to bribe me in Nigerian MPFL. They know that guy is a rich guy. You can't bribe him, just leave him.
Oh, you're rich, sir.
I think you may say so, but I'm not a rich person. Because you say, I'm very trained.
Those are the kind of interesting stories that I want to hear. Because I was going to ask you if you've ever been approached by any club side, any club administrator, to help aid them in getting a win.
It is normal. I was in NASCO.
It is normal.
No, let me finish. I was in NASCO. I was working for NASCO at that time. I was production manager. So a team, I will not mention the name, I was still starting out as a referee. They came to just to look for me because I was going to do a game in Kaduna. And then when they got to the gate, they said they're looking for Adams. To enter the gate was difficult. When they got through the gate, they got to the reception, and then they came to my secretary, and they came to my office and said they were going to do a game in Kaduna, and I'm doing. Before they sat down, I asked my secretary to make them tea and everything. Do you know they couldn't bring out the money to give me again?
You see, this one a big man. No. This one is not.
They could not bring out the money to give me.
He's not a hungry man.
We went to Kaduna, we did the game, and they lost. It was, I don't want to call their name, but they lost the game. And referee well done because they had a lot of experienced players. Once our referee, as we keep schooling them, that let's do the right thing. When you do the right thing, you're going to make more money than when you do quick money and your name is tarnished.
Have you ever been offered cash? And how much?
As in they brought it to you. No shaka.
I have been offered money, not cash, promises that you're coming to my home. If I win this game, I'll give you 1 million naira. For every goal I score, I'll give you 1 million naira. I said, you're going to play a game away. Now, let's assume I accept the money from you. And 2 weeks later, NRA appointed me back to your home state to do your game. Would you not think that the away team has paid me money like you did? That's what I told the man. He said, no, referee. I said, no, let's go. We went into the game. Wallahi, the away team was leading 2-0. That's 2 million naira for me.
Shaggy.
I didn't care. Then the home team equalized 2-2. The away team had a chance to make it 3-2 in second half. They missed the chance. The home team came and beat them via corner kicks 4-2.
So as much as you've been applauded, for your integrity, have you ever been beaten up because the game didn't turn out in favor of whoever?
I was almost beaten up. I was lucky because of my size. It was in Aba. You know, that was where one of our referees was beaten, Awolu. He was beaten and he led to his death. It was in Aba and I did the game.
Wait, hang on. Tell us about that. That's not a...
No, but that was on national TV.
No, the people who are watching now who know nothing about it.
Oh, that was so many years ago. Awolu went to do a game in Aba. Eyimba was somebody, I can't remember. It's so many years ago, where he was really beaten on TV. And it was a FIFA referee. Awolu was beaten. I know his name because his younger brother to Salawa. You know, very good referee. Was a marathon runner also. He was beaten badly, and ultimately he died. Not
on the scene.
But much later.
As a result of the injury sustained.
We suspect. There's no evidence. But he died. He's no longer alive. So I went to do a game about a period there, and the game didn't go well for the home team. They almost beat me up. But because of my size, I held their chairman's trouser like this. So it was between me and them. So I
you
was
are
able to
using him
escape.
as a human shield.
Human shield. That was why I was not beaten almost like Awolu.
Wow.
All right, so Nigerian referees, yeah?
So before you jump into that, another question I need to ask. I've actually interviewed a few Nigerian referees before, and I get the hint every time that they speak about there's a godfather system in the NRA, that it depends on who you know before you get appointed certain games, or you get certain things done, or you probably get certain favors. I don't want to mention the referees' names, but in your own opinion, does it exist?
You see, in Nigerian situation, it's always, not Nigerian, African situation, probably the whole world. But what you must know is that there are criteria set forth to choose the best referees in every country, every state. Particularly in Nigeria, we choose the best referees. You pass the fitness test, you do well in our examination, you are on the list.
Okay.
So long as you're not too old. On that list, we have the referees appointment committee. Referee committee, we call them referees development committee. They are the ones responsible for appointing match officials for each game every week. And they will appoint a referee based on merit of the game and for the referee. Because I'm from Jos. You now appoint me to go and do a game for Plateau United. It won't work. Though it shouldn't be, because in the EPL, a referee can be from Manchester and still do a game between Mighty Jets. Between
Manchester United and Manchester City.
Because all the referees are no longer from their home state. They are now Team One.
But then again, all these referees that the match in the Premier League, like you mentioned, before the season starts, all of them do declare their club affiliations if they have any. So if that's clear and upfront, there is no reason. If I'm a Southampton fan and I'm asked to go and referee Manchester United, Manchester City game, that should be fine. Right?
That's fine. So if you're able to declare your affiliation to a particular club, fine.
Do your referees do the same thing?
But we are encouraged not to have affiliation to clubs. I am openly talking about it now because
you're retired?
I'm a retired referee. So I can affiliate to Arsenal or Man U or whatever. Or Mighty Jets is even way down in LLO now.
In extension to what he asked you earlier, I remember once I was on a plane, back from London, and a former international was seated with another former international, two of them. We were in a conversation, and that particular year, it led to referees, and what he said was that this season has been allocated to Plateau United to win the MPFL title.
Allocated.
That is it.
And true to form, that year, Plateau United won the league. I'm talking about high-profile ex-internationals. I can't mention their names now, because of, I'm sure you can understand. But that year, Plateau United won the league. And it's been embedded in my memory for such a long time. Maybe that's the reason I find fault with the MPFL. Because what it ultimately means and meant was that, look, the Referees Association, alongside maybe the government of Plateau State, had all come together on a round table and said, look, it must be our season, this season, you know, because it happened. That year, Plateau United won the league. So I'm wondering, does that really occur where referees, state governments involved, club administrators, and they decide that, look, this has got to be our year?
That's a very serious allegation. Indeed, very serious. Because I'm not aware that, because, Remo Stars won the league.
It could have been coincidental.
Yes,
you know, but it happened. But it happened.
But it happened. So, your mind will be, how did this happen? Because you heard it before it happened.
Exactly.
I doubted that any state government will be able to influence the referee development committee, and because it's not only one arm. We're talking about the development committee, we're talking about NFF, but that's the arm of FIFA, to say, okay, this team must win. It cannot happen. Integrity. To my limited knowledge, I don't think our NFF will go down
to that
level and say Adams United should win a particular game. No, they shouldn't do it. They won't do it. Because NFF is there, MPFL is there, and the Referee Development Committee is there. All of us are under the NFF. And NFF would not say, this league this year is waste. We're giving it to Adams United. It shouldn't be. I don't think it can be. It's like we're going to the World Cup now, and I say, Brazil must win the World Cup.
No, but that's a different conversation.
It is the
That's
same
a
thing.
different conversation.
It's a football tournament.
But at the Africa Cup of Nations, it was believed that CAF was doing everything possible to allow Morocco win the AFCON.
Because of incidences that have happened, or during the games, anything can be misinterpreted.
Including some very questionable refereeing decisions?
2 seasons, during Alan Pardew and Wenger, they had a game, West Ham and Arsenal. Arsenal was chasing the game. In the penalty area, in fact, not in the penalty area, in the goal area, a West Ham player went and kicked Rosiki's leg. No penalty.
Well, back then there was no VAR.
No VAR, but it's an offense. The referee should see it.
Let me ask you this, because you mentioned it, the AFCON final. Yeah? From a referee's point of view, did he do well?
That was Jacques Sindala.
The referee did everything within the laws of the game to ensure that the game ends. Because one of the things they would have, I wasn't there, they would have schooled the referees is that there are commercials attached to each duration of the game. And you need to ensure that the game ends within the laws of the game. What did he do wrong? The only thing he did wrong was that the time that the Senegalese team went out of the field of play has gone beyond what the laws of the game, or not the laws of the game, the laws of the competition stated. Because every competition has its own rules, which will be referred to when solving issues of umpires.
So from a referee's point of view, Ndala did nothing wrong in the course of the game. Because there are quite a number of people who...
The first thing he did wrong was when the players come back from the field of play, because he didn't ask them to go out, they need to be cautioned.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it from...
yellow carded all of them.
All of them. So whoever has a yellow card previously should get a second yellow card. That's the loss of the game. You leave the field of play without the referee's permission. But at times, there's law 18. Law 18 is not the loss of the game. We use our brain to see situation and manage the situation. Not in all games, you carry your card, you just issue card. You will spoil the game.
That's why I've noticed at times there are some games where referees don't give a card. They just call the two players
and talk with them.
And just calm down, gentlemen. Let's not. Yeah.
Look at the game against West Ham. Step on the opponent. Everybody said it's a red card. But the referee saw the offense very well, clearly, and decided that there was no enough force.
Mistake, okay.
Yeah, real Arsenal fan,
I swear to God.
But based on the referee for the AFCON final, now a lot of people are advocating that the referee should be excluded because he was appointed to referee the CAF Champions League final.
Well, he's not in the FIFA World Cup list anyway. But he did ref the first leg of the CAF Champions League final between Mamelodi Sundowns and FAS Rabat.
So why was there so much advocacy for him to be removed? That's what that's where I'm going.
That's what I said.
Because there was a lot of clamor that he be removed.
FIFA,
He wasn't.
a lot
he
of
was not
emotions
included on the
built up.
official FIFA list.
But what did he do wrong? That's the first question I asked. The only thing he did wrong was not issuing yellow cards
To all
those people
the
that came
Senegalese
back.
players who came back.
But I said something about law 18 to manage the situation. The situation was everything was boiling. You now come and say 3 players go out.
Now pour fire on
You don't pour fire on it. So you
put
manage
petrol
the
on fire.
situation and let the organizers refer to the loss of the game. I mean, the rules of the competition to handle the situation. And that's what he did.
Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why are there no Nigerian referees good enough for continental games at the Africa Cup of Nations level? We've seen 1 or 2 who have officiated CAF qualifiers, maybe for the Africa Cup of Nations. But at competition level, why are there no Nigerian referees good enough at that level? Would it be for WAFCON, be for the Africa Cup of Nations?
Is it that they're not good enough or they're just not selected? It might be good enough, but neglected.
No. You see,
And there's got to be a reason why they're being
FIFA?
neglected.
CAF and NFF, grade referees. There are 3 categories. There's grade C games, grade B referees, and then the elite. You don't just stand up because you're a fantastic referee in Nigeria and go to elite. You need to go through. Recall 2009. Howard Webb was in Nigeria for 2009
Yes,
Nations Cup,
World Cup, FIFA Under 17 World Cup.
and then they started building up all the way to 2010 World Cup. From under 17, Olympics, then World Cup. That is the way referees grow. You don't grow from elite. Now, the mistake we had made in the past in Nigeria was that, okay, we have 20 slots for FIFA referees. Let's get one from North Central, North East, this. And then you choose their best referee. Maybe his age was 35.
You said there was a quota system back then?
It's not quota system. You are picking best referee from a region. You're picking best referee from Kano, from Lagos, from this, and the person was entering the referee cadre at 35. He will go and start from qualifiers for grade C games. By the time he's getting to grade B, grade C, he's already beyond 45. He cannot get to elite.
So what
So
is
now
the
what we are
ideal
doing
age?
now
Okay.
is that we're getting very young referees
Like how old?
in their 25, 26. When you are 26 and you are in the grade C, by the time you do a year or 2, you're already in grade B. Before you know it, and you do well in their fitness test and your examination, because they write exam virtually every day. They have a site where they link into CAF website. They write exam, they are monitored every day.
Every day.
Every day. When you are training, they have the strap on the body for your training. They monitor the fitness every day. So when you do that, our young referees are into that program already. So we hope
How many are we talking? How many referees?
right now, the Nigerian referees that we have now, we're all under 20, the referees that we have. But we have the referees development committee have made sure that they chose people that are very young boys and young girls. They have enough time to grow, to become elite. So we're confident in not too distant future, we're going to get to a place where we have elite referees in Nigeria.
How do you get them to show interest in refereeing? Because I don't see that happening a lot. I was watching the finals of the Europa League, and just behind the referee was the inscription, "Be a referee." I don't see that in the NPFL. So how do you encourage
People
the
to sign
younger
up.
generation to have an interest in refereeing? How do you get that to happen?
That came to the same point you started with. We're trying to look for sponsorship. It was difficult. We need to launder that space. We're not laundering enough. All we did, I'm the chairman of Lagos State Referee Council. Every month, every week, we train. Every month, the whole council, we have 10 societies in Lagos. We meet at National Stadium to train. Nothing. We need to have people come to sponsor, maybe give us drinks or something. But nobody. Everything we do within our own resources. These are the things that I'm trying to look at to see how to build that image for referees. That advert you said should have been there by NFF. and said, be a referee. Nobody wants to be a referee. But right now, if you come to our stadium during monthly, I may invite you one day, you will see young boys in secondary school, kids, JS, that want to be referee. And we're encouraging them. We're teaching them how to be referees. You will see, during the recent NLO games, we appointed, FA Cup final in Lagos. If you see the referees, small kids that we appointed, just to expose them to that kind of level of organization and games.
Responsibility.
Yes. So before that kind of referee gets to the next 5 years, you should be knocking on FIFA door. We have a girl in Lagos called Gbemisola. She's already on CAF radar. She's not a FIFA referee, but she has been to CAF courses in Egypt. She has been to Ghana. She's been to one other country.
I think I know her.
Gbemisola, yes.
Yeah.
Her mother sells drink at Agege Stadium.
Yes, I know her.
Yes.
I've seen her on, I think, social media. I think, very smallish.
She's a fantastic referee. And she is not yet a FIFA referee because her age is not up to. You see what we're talking about? So by the time she's of age and she gets the badge,
she's already
she will get to elite because she's already exposed to international space and she knows how to handle herself in that space.
So are we saying now that the reason we don't have referees at those major tournaments is because of their age? Is that what we're saying?
At that time, the recruitment was not right. I told you are giving somebody a badge at 35, 36. It's too old. He has less than 8 years to finish refereeing. But when you give somebody a referee badge, like now they're giving people now sub 30, 27, 28. They're giving them badge. That person in 10 years is 38.
Well, why should age be a deciding factor, sir? Why?
You cannot run now.
Why?
Why you can run now? Can you run?
Hold on, sir. Hold on. You know, we are seeing players who are playing later and later into their careers, 38, 39, 40, 41.
But
So
they come into the game 10 minutes to go.
No, but Adams, with the advent of technology in the game now, why do we need referees running from post to post? Seriously, why?
You see,
because what we're doing is
so you're saying that the referee should start in one spot and be monitoring.
I become center referee.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you don't need to run like an athlete to
We don't
referee
need to
a
run
game
an athlete,
because
but you see-
technology. Now they're carrying cameras. Why do you need to be running for 50 meters
you
in
can't
2
see
seconds?
the camera real time. You can't watch it real time now.
What I'm saying is that you don't need to run 50 meters in 2 seconds to referee a game. The whole idea is to be at the right spots at the right time.
And that is why we have.
Because I think age is taking away the experience of the referee, and
You have a strong point, and I will not go against what you said. Experience, you can beat it. True. But the refereeing fraternity, as the FIFA people, Kulina, they have so designed the field of play in such a way now to reduce the amount of runnings that referee do in a game. That's why they brought the area of, before you must run diagonal. But now we run S. And again, we have gate. Then we now have mini gate. So if a ball area of activity is in a particular section of the field, you know exactly where to be.
yes.
It has been done. That's what we're doing now. But in spite of that, there's still fitness tests to be done. You need to pass the fitness test to ensure you are ready to enter those gates at the right time.
What about let's talk VAR in Nigeria? Is it a possibility? Because they're developing mini VARs that don't require the larger system that we
Well,
said
we have
the FIFA
VAR
World Cup. Where?
At the Benin Stadium, there's VAR there. Why are you laughing? There's VAR there.
I'm actually serious. I'm actually serious.
I'm serious, man.
No. There's not VAR at the Benin Stadium.
There is VAR at the Benin Stadium.
Which Benin Stadium?
Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. There's VAR.
Charles, let's be serious.
Look at this. Look at
There's
today.
no
I'm not
VAR.
joking, guy.
There's no point in arguing since you don't know.
I'm not joking.
Just let it be.
It's Charles. Charles is always up to something. I don't trust Charles for anything. So, but is it possible that we might see VAR in the MPFL pretty soon?
I am not in a position to answer that question because I don't work for NFF. That's one.
Well, would that be the responsibility of the NFF or the MPFL?
NFF is the FIFA of Nigeria. They are the one that will ensure all this equipment. They are supposed to create an environment, enabling environment for the game to play well. That's their job. Now MPFL will now come and organize the games, referees to go and do the games. But in fairness, there are some form of VAR already in Nigeria. do not being used. Because the Nigerian Lagos Football Association has gone into partnership with Cloud Sport. I'm sorry for mentioning their name. They're sponsoring the FA Cup. I went to watch a game at Aspire Academy, and a goal was called. And they said, no, Kowale, it didn't go in. Luckily, I sat down beside the chairman of the sponsorship, and he showed me.
From his phone?
From his phone. Instantly.
Yeah, but that's not VAR.
It's not VAR, but it can be developed into that. And it will be inexpensive. Because these games, all the FA Cup in Lagos, were all streamed live. And all you need to do is just move the cursor and you'll see the game.
So has VAR improved the performance of referees? Because in England, every day now, there's one story or the other.
There are 24 wrong calls by VAR in the
Premier
EPL
League this
season already. And that's not include the ones that have been eliminated, which means referees can make mistake. VAR can make mistake. But in our case, in Nigeria...
Adams, how does 4 people make a mistake? There's a referee and there's 3 people in VAR.
So
how do 4 people
that's the interesting
get
thing.
something wrong?
In Europe,
I will tell you.
In Europe, they use the semi-automated system. That's mainland Europe. That's Spain, the Germanys, the Italies. But in England, they use their own that they need 3 people and they still get it wrong. So what exactly is the proper VAR? The one that you think should be applicable to international football and even club football?
Football would not be football if there's no human interference. I mean, a goal will be scored. No, they cheated us. That argument, that banter, is football. But if you remove all these arguments, what do we argue about? Why do I say Chelsea is bad?
Why must we argue?
Why am I saying Liverpool? Why are we doing football then?
No, but I remember the last FIFA World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah. VAR was in proper use.
Perfect.
And there was not one controversial moment
because
at the FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
They were using that semi-automated system that I talked about. That the lines, that's where you can really see the shoulder of the person offside. But in UK, they still need to be drawing the lines and everything, and it's still a problem.
I think the problem they have in UK is basically of the interpretation of the laws of the game.
Yeah?
Yes. Because some people...
These are the same people that are in IFABO. They are claiming to be the owners and developers of the game.
But not the referees now. The IFA people are there at the top doing the laws of the game and sending to us for us to read. But your interpretation of the laws of the game, at that time, there's a goal scored recently that the referee ruled the ball to be a goal, Manchester United goal. But it was not a goal. It was one of the 24 fouls. I mean, one of the 24 misjudged by VAR. I think the ball touched the hand of the player or something.
Is that
yes,
Mbeumo's
goal.
Mbeumo.
That cannot be a goal because when the ball passed in Mbeumo's body through his armpit, he held the ball. If the ball had passed, the defender would clear it. Isn't that so? That is subjective. But the man has said that no, it is not deliberate. He didn't extend his hand.
No, but they looked at that situation over and over.
They did. Who is looking at it? The person that is subjective. He gave his subjective opinion that it is not deliberate.
And by the end of the day, I'm saying at the end of the day, it's still the referee that makes the final decision. And that's been also a sore point between, fans of football. Should the VAR supersede the decision of the referee,
as it is now, the referee supersedes everybody. But imagine yourself being placed in front of 60,000 fans and you are not to make that decision. You rather err on the side
of caution.
So every time the referee goes to the board or the monitor, because VAR official said, go and take a second look, he always goes with VAR.
Most of the time.
98% of the time.
Most of the time he goes with VAR.
So, but you still haven't answered this question.
Which
was, in your opinion, do you think VAR has improved football?
It has.
Because there's still some people who don't believe in it, and I think there was
European
country actually who actually voted So have they expunged from their football?
Yeah, because they want to argue, they want to do banter. But VAR indeed has improved officiating. And VAR, in spite of VAR, UK people still make mistake. We don't have VAR in Nigeria.
We still make mistakes.
We still make mistake. But the mistake that we make,
Even if we have, we will still make mistakes.
because UK is making mistake. If you see the kind of streaming I told you now, the moment a referee in Nigeria makes a mistake in Port Harcourt, Katsina, that video goes viral. See, they don't kill her, don't kill her. But if a referee make a fantastic call, it doesn't go viral. That is where we need to work.
Let me ask you this. Why is it necessary to have a referee from the north come all the way to Lagos to referee a game and vice versa? Why can't we have a referee from the northern region stay within that space and from the southern region stay within that space? Does it in any way compromise, the...
It's not about compromise. What we are doing now in terms of, if we look at the CAF Nations Cup, the Nigerian game was officiated by a Nigerian referee. We're neighbors. It's like you are coming from Warri to do game in Lagos.
Some people thought it wasn't right.
No. FIFA has changed the mentality. Once referee has made that list, it's no longer from Ghana. It's no longer from England. It's no longer from...
It's from Africa.
It's now from Team 1. We don't want any referee to carry a name. You are a Team 1 referee. So you can do any game, apart from the game from your host country. I mean, your own country. Otherwise, you can do a game. Because the moment you now start saying, I'm from Plateau State, I can't do a game in Kaduna State because I'm too close to them. No.
So you're saying that a Nigerian referee at AFCON can ref a Nigeria versus Ghana game?
No, that's what I said.
No.
That's what I said.
Because I want to know what the extremes are.
He did say that you can't ref.
You can't do your own country game. You can't.
Why not? Why not? If you're wearing a jersey as a referee
No, you can't.
from number one.
No, you can't.
No, but why not? Why not? Why can't the referee? No, I want to understand.
Okay.
He's a referee.
Okay.
Why can't a referee, block that mentality? Just, I'm not Nigerian today. I can do this game.
Extremely difficult.
Why?
Extremely difficult. As a human being. Like you're a medical doctor, for example.
Let me give you a typical example.
No, let me give you my...
Wait, hang on. Hang on, Rev. Let me give you an example. I do a Nigerian game in the studio, and I'm supposed to be unbiased, very clear with my analysis, and it happens. As a broadcaster, we do it.
Yes.
So why can't a referee do the same?
It's
if you
different.
recall, when we were kids, there's a gentleman called Engr Craig.
Yep.
May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Whenever Brazil was playing and they lost, you could see in his eyes that he was very pained. Nigerians were not in the World Cup at that time. He was pained, big time pained.
There was another one who would actually burst into tears on national TV.
But he's not Brazilian. No.
He's not Brazilian, but Nigerians, all of us,
lost,
at that time,
he
we
would
were
burst into
always
tears.
supporting Brazil. Nigerian team was Brazil because they have black players. Engr Craig will always almost cry anytime you hear Brazil play and they lose. Come on, which game was it? It was 78 World Cup or 82 World Cup? 82 World Cup.
So a Nigerian referee does not have the mentality block
Not
to do a Nigerian game.
Not Nigerian referee. Any referee in the world does not have the mentality to do his country's of origins game.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
I think the example I wanted to use was that even medical doctors,
Exactly.
they do not operate
On the family members.
on family members because they are too close to it.
Yes.
So they
are
can do anybody else.
advised.
Yeah, they can do anybody else.
It's just a belief that I don't believe in.
No, they are advised not to.
It's
because,
advice not to is different from not being able to do it.
for example,
they
a medical
can do it.
doctor,
They are competent enough.
We
Yes,
want,
exactly.
We want to get you well quickly and overgive you medication that you may not need.
I don't know.
I don't want him to leave a scar, so that's why I won't cut too deep, or I want to.
Okay, so with a stranger, you can afford to make mistakes.
No, you're dispassionate.
What are you?
No,
What are you saying?
you're dispassionate.
Because with a relative,
with a
relative, you're most likely to be even more careful with somebody that you know.
Or too careful.
You've been advised not to do it. You just leave it that way.
Just leave it.
You do a stranger because if the stranger dies,
For
football, I don't see why you can't do it.
No, you shouldn't. Just not.
You should not because it's against the ethics.
Yes.
But I'm saying that it can be done. That's what I'm saying.
It can be done, but
it's not done.
It's not, but it can be done.
It can be done, but you
You
shouldn't
see what
do
I
it.
go
It
through?
can be done.
Anyway, I think we've run out of time, actually.
We have?
Yeah.
I was just getting started.
Really? Okay, you have any more questions?
Oh man, but Referee Adams, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a
pleasure.
great.
An absolute
I had
pleasure.
no idea we'd done an hour already. To be honest, I had
Time
no
flies
idea.
when you're having fun.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Gentlemen. I
But
appreciate
who would you say, as of today, is the best referee that we have in this country?
Without being biased?
Truly, I don't have the name offhand. I don't have the name offhand because they're so pretty young. You know, they're slightly far away from me. I don't know their name. I know we have a referee in Lagos. She's a top female referee. Yemisi. She's knocking on the elite door. You know, she's very good. She's a Lagos State referee. She's elite, and soon we should see her in competitions. But the boys, I don't really know much about their name right now.
But going by the state of development that the NRA is putting in place now with the young
future is
kid,
bright.
how give Nigerians the sense of how long it will take
I think the next 5 years,
before we
start
say
dominating.
Nigerian referee at maybe AFCON level,
Knocking the elite door.
not knocking. No, I'm saying
I'm
AFCON
telling
center
you, look,
referee for
look,
Morocco versus
in
Tunisia.
the past, we've had referees that were going to Udo
Yeah, we don't. That was good.
was going to drop into the elite. He got sick or fitness test something. He couldn't enter. And that is a force majeure. You cannot call to question.
Ferdinand Udo. Yeah.
Yes, you cannot call. He was a fantastic referee. Ferdinand was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
He was good, was fit, was agile, everything. But at the point of entering that place, injury, he couldn't pass the fitness test because of the injury, sickness.
Village people. Village people. but seriously, man, you don't make me forget my question now. But as far as the laws of the game goes, yes, do you think IFAB is doing too much, and how does it adversely affect the referee? Because it just seems like
It's always a new every time.
You see, they are responding to the marketing of the game. They want people to enjoy the game. So they continuously give us explanation to the laws of the game. So if a referee, man, the way the laws of the game changes, they are demanding us to become professionals. Because you need to study this game very well. You need to see the number of clips our referees watch. In Lagos State Referee Council, we have a platform we call Law 5. And the laws of the game has Law 5 means the referee. On that platform, discussion from AM to PM.
Shaggy.
On lots of the game, clips, this game, this. Boys are discussing. I encourage it. So the loss of the game is becoming something else. You need to be abreast, otherwise you'll be lagging. And once you lag, you make mistake.
So do you think that maybe Nigerian referees, maybe at MPFL level now, maybe they should be also be given a microphone to go and explain their own decisions at times? Because sometimes
Until
But
we
you-
get
you-
VAR now.
You have to have VAR first.
no. Before VAR itself, Oga referee, come and tell us why this foul was taken was the center circle. Yes, you're giving a
No,
penalty.
what we can do is what our web is doing now on SuperSport. What he's doing is that he take controversial refereeing decision and try to defend or affirm that the referee made a mistake.
And then we need to put the MPFL on TV by then.
No, there's this streaming. We can stream it.
No. We need to probably do a proper show. You have a Premier League
So everybody can see it.
match of the day and an MPFL match of the day. We look at highlights of all the games as well. So there's still a lot of work to be done in the
A lot of
MPFL in
work,
terms
a
of
lot of
broadcasting and even communications as well.
All right, that's the most we can take. Thank you, Adams, referee Adams, engineer Adams,
Engineer.
referee engineer Adams,
Engineer
Salaudeen.
Adam Salaudeen.
I only like to be called Adams. It's simple and it's easier to remember.
It was a pleasure having you on the
Pleasure's mine.
Playzone podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so that's been our show. Watch this space again. Thank you for watching the Playzone podcast. See you again soon.
Welcome to the Playzone podcast.